Good morning everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot, Meister's Guidance today. However, I will admit that it is Narin taking the lead today in today's message. So I'd love to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, and I'd also love to welcome you, your spirit guides, my spirit guides, and the energies of the universe with us today. So what I've done as per usual, I've pre-pulled the cards because you don't need to watch me shuffling. Our foundation card from my Namaste deck, and then I was given 4 cards today, 4 cards from my Australian Wildflower, my Nature's Whispers, and my Cosmic Oracle, to give us a rounding out of what the message for this particular week is. And the idea is that you can come back to these readings at any time, scroll through. If there is an image or a title that appeals to you or draws you in, or you just feel compelled to watch a particular video, that is the message that you need at this time. So let's get started. The first card is the Namaste card that Meister has given me, and it is this card. Beautiful card. We have probably had it previously. Sorry, not Meister. It was, yeah, he's correcting me. It was Narin this week. I believe, I haven't checked, I believe we've had this card before, but it's been a long, long time. And when I get repeat cards, it is telling me that it is a message that we are still having to learn at this stage. There's 44 cards in the deck, and I keep getting repeats. So that is the energies we are in at the moment and the lessons we need to learn. So the message for today is: a blessing comes disguised as a setback or delay. The card is confirmation that you are on the right path. With patience and perseverance you will reach your goal. All is accomplished in perfect time. If you'd like to pause and read for yourself, here's the message for today. But a setback or delay is actually a blessing in disguise. You are on the right path. Patience and perseverance, and you will reach your goal, but it is accomplished in the time that it is meant to be accomplished, in the way that it is meant to be accomplished. So what this is really telling me is that a setback or delay means that you just need to pause for a moment, perhaps analyze what's happening. Perhaps you may be on the wrong path and it's wanting you to for other directions to open up to you, or you to be in the frame of mind or the emotional energy or the spiritual place that you need to be at the time that your goal is meant to be accomplished, whatever that goal may be. So we'll go a little bit further, and I'll just bring you down and we'll have a look at these. So that's the foundation card. A blessing comes disguised as a setback or delay. So rather than being frustrated at the setback or delay, see it as a moment, an opportunity to reset or re-examine. You are on the right path. Okay, these are our my Australian Wildflower cards. What are they saying for us today? Forgiveness. Kangaroo paw. Beautiful card. They're always all beautiful cards, but forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others. There's no point in carrying a grudge forward. The only person that hurts is you. Power, taking back your power. Violet nightshade. Enthusiasm, the orange banksia. This card comes up a lot for us. And this card comes up a lot for us too. The wedding bush, commitment. Oh, sorry about the background noise out there. So we've got forgiveness, forgiving yourself and forgiving others, and taking back your power. And then moving forward with enthusiasm and commitment. Under forgiveness we have, these are my Nature's Whispers cards, a fresh approach. So if by holding a grudge or not forgiving yourself or not forgiving others for something that has hurt you in the past or perceived to have hurt you in the past, whether it's self-inflicted or inflicted by others, it is solving nothing for you. It is holding you back and not allowing you to move forward by being bogged down in perhaps a grudge or wishing ill karma or whatever toxic energy. By not forgiving, often you find yourself in swilling in toxicity, and it never works. So this is time for a fresh approach. Under violet nightshade we have power. Be gentle with yourself, very much. So by undertaking this forgiveness and in this fresh approach, you will regain your power, your internal power, your internal love, the universal energy powers. It's so hard to describe until you, with mere words, until you've actually been in that moment where you have genuinely forgiven and taken back your own power. So be gentle with yourself during this process. Always important. Don't berate yourself, don't begrudge yourself, don't wonder why you didn't do it years ago. Be gentle with yourself, because a setback or delay is actually a blessing, and this was the path you were meant to follow at this time. With enthusiasm comes be in service. Now, being in service doesn't mean servitude. It means being in service to your spiritual self, being in service to yourself, but also helping others in whatever way is possible for you. It does not mean being in servitude. It does not mean kowtowing to somebody else's wants or desires. It is all about bringing forward your enthusiasm and doing what you can for others in the way that you can do it. For me personally, it's doing these readings. I see this as bringing energies and light and experience and opportunities to people I have never met out there. Perhaps optimism and a way for them to move forward. That is me being in service. Other ways is caring for my family in a loving, giving way. Not begrudging, loving and giving. Of scratching my dog when he's itchy. Of cooking a meal, delicious meal. Not every night. Some nights I can't be bothered cooking. But by cooking a delicious meal, or being in service to Mother Earth by working in the garden and composting my excess, by planting trees, by harvesting crops, by adding nutrients to the soil. That is me being in service, and I do it with enthusiasm, and true service should be done, should feel enthusiastic, not begrudging at all. And we have commitment. And under commitment is catch your breath. Very much so. Once you enter this stage of enthusiasm and service, so forgiveness, taking back your power, enthusiasm in what you do, and then you decide to sit in that commitment, take a moment. Take the setback or delay and see it for what it is. An opportunity for you to be in the moment. Reconfirm with your inner self that this is the true path that you want to follow, that these are genuine goals that you want, not what somebody else has set for you. Catch your breath and take a moment. Under forgiveness and fresh approach, we are given love. How fabulous. And I love how this combines with be gentle with yourself. So by forgiving yourself or others or whomever, this allows the love to flow in and out of you. This fresh approach. Because at the end of the day, something that you may be stewing over, or that's bugging you, or you're feeling angsted about, whether it be towards yourself or towards someone else. If you think in 10 years' time, is it really going to matter? Is it going to make any difference? The only difference it's going to make is whether you swill in the toxicity or whether you step out onto this fresh approach and allow yourself for the ebb and flow of love to come through you. Under forgiveness, and be gentle with yourself. The sun. The conscious mind and the masculine life form. So the warrior woman is the feminine life force. This is a masculine life force. But the conscious mind. So by forgiving through this fresh approach and allowing the love to ebb and flow in you, you're taking back your strength. But always remember to be gentle with yourself and be in your conscious mind. Be gentle with yourself consciously. Not just unconsciously. Unconsciously is breathing and digesting and moving without thought. But be conscious with this gentleness towards yourself. Whether it be you allow yourself to take a moment and just lie on the floor, lie on the grass, to sit and have an uninterrupted cup of tea or take yourself for a walk, because wow, getting out in no matter what the weather for a walk is absolutely fantastic and conscious for you. Doesn't need to cost money. It just needs to be actually doing something for yourself in a way that you make the decision to do so. Enthusiasm and be in service. This is service to yourself. Be gentle with yourself and care for yourself and care for others in a way that is loving and giving. We have freedom. Spread your wings. So this this enthusiasm in being in service does not necessarily have to be the same old, same old. In fact, it's preferable not to be. By entering this forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others stage, allowing the love to ebb and flow, be gentle with yourself, taking your power back and being conscious. This is very much about being conscious of what it is that will serve you and be committed to what you want to achieve in this lifetime, about working through anything that you have brought forward from previous lives. What I am finding is when I'm reading on future lives, I'm getting a few people coming back at me going, seriously, I haven't resolved it in this lifetime. Obviously, they're aware of what they have to resolve, and perhaps that future life will change, but it is giving them a prompt to resolve whatever in this current life that is not allowing them to be free. So by making a commitment to what serves you, you are allowing yourself freedom. So enthusiasm, embracing with enthusiasm what is important to you, you're allowing yourself to be free. So we have commitment and catch your breath. So once you have worked your way to this point, or even this point or this point, and you're moving on to actually committing to this new path, take a moment, take a spell. Any setbacks or delays, don't try and push through. They are there for a reason. And observe them, take them on, see whether it is a lesson you need to learn before you move forward. And you will either get confirmation you are on the right path, because then the way will become easy again, or if the setback or delay is stubbornly in place, then it may mean that you're not on the right path and you have to reassess as to where you're going. So catch your breath, and you will reach the goal that you are meant to in the time that you are meant to. And under that we have commitment again. Hard work, commitment and perseverance. And actually we've got commitment here and we have, with patience and perseverance, you will reach your goal. So this is a process that whomever is watching this today may need to work through, and it starts with forgiveness, being gentle with yourself, trying a fresh approach, because if what you are trying now is not working, why keep pushing in that direction? If by holding a grudge against whomever, including yourself, is pulling you down and preventing you from moving forward, take this fresh approach and try giving it to the universe. You don't need to just forgive. You don't need to forget. You definitely don't need to forget, because that was a lesson you needed to learn. But the fresh approach is by giving whatever is burdening you to the universe and lightening your load. And that will allow love, self-love first of all, and then love from others to pour in and out of you, to flow, to ebb in and out of you. So we start with this forgiveness, and we work through this process, and we end up with hard work, but it is work that you will find pleasure in. In fact, work is probably the wrong word, because what I'm getting from Naren here is passion, is what he's telling me. Commitment and perseverance. It will be something you actually enjoy doing and you love to do, and when it is, it's not work. This is not work for me today. This is not work to talk to you, talk with you, if you email me and we converse back and forth, to bring you messages that Spirit wants you to know at any particular time. It is never work. Sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it takes a full day here, or taking some time out there, but it is never hard work. But once you reach this point of enthusiastically realizing what it is that you need to do for yourself, and this gives you your freedom, you then can commit to this, catching your breath. Is it reassessing? Is it what you really want? Is it what you find you will be passionate going forward in regards to? And then we have the commitment and perseverance. So thank you for that, Naren. That's a fabulous message for us today. I'm just going to finish up with a couple of cards from my Work Your Light tarot. A blessing comes disguised as a setback or delay. It is a blessing. It means you need to catch your breath, reevaluate your path, look internally and assess what you need to let go, what you need to put down, what are you carrying in your life that is not necessary to move forward. And with that, you will receive confirmation that you are on the right path, and you will accomplish your goals in the time that you are meant to. So if the delay or setback refuses to budge, take a fresh approach and look differently at what path you are taking, and whether it is truly meant to be, whether it's applying for a job, looking for a house, looking for love, looking for friendship and companionship, your approach to your children, your garden, if something doesn't grow, is where you meant to be planting that in that place at that time. Check the nutrient of the soil. If there's a setback and delay, check the pH levels of the soil if it's in your garden. What's happening is if there is this obstacle, it is the universe telling you that there is something you need to do, something you need to be aware of before you can continue on your path. Okay, can I have 3 cards, please? 3 cards, please. 3 cards, please. 3 cards. 3 cards. 3 cards, please. Okay. This is exactly what I mentioned earlier. Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Part of this journey that we're talking about today may be about exploring your past lives and seeing what patterns you are bringing forward and releasing them. One of the patterns I had for myself was that I had had several past lives where I was a rebel, always a rebel, but I had had some very painful experiences while I was practicing spirituality, also known as dark arts in the past, where I had come to an untimely end, which had made me wary about bringing forth this gift in this lifetime. I have always known that I have had this gift, but it wasn't until I was well into my 50s that I actually explored it, and that I was willing to share my gift with others and actually acknowledge that it exists. Now, it may be a past lives, a history of relationships. It might be a history of whatever work or disease or goodness knows. There are endless possibilities. But by releasing those soul patterns and contracts, unbind yourself from your past life. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Comes back to forgiving yourself, being gentle on yourself, which will allow you to break the chains, ancestral patterns. This is coming back to the past lives, healing and rewriting the future. Wow, okay, so this is very much, this reading today, thank you, Noreen, is about assessing what you are bringing forward, what baggage you are bringing forward, potentially from past lives or from this life as well, which was about the forgiveness, fresh approach, be gentle with yourself, releasing your power, allowing the love in and out is very much about releasing your soul contracts from your past lives, releasing those patterns and rewriting the future, rewriting the ancestral patterns, breaking the chain and allowing them to heal. And you can only do that by acknowledging and being gentle with yourself. Thank you for joining me today. What a beautiful set of cards Noreen has brought forward for us. Look after yourselves. Love to you all. Bathe in the source energy of the universe, the spiritual energy. Gain your vitality from that energy and know that you are loved and love yourself. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.